Hey, Michael here with another video. I am going to just talk about the best live mixer specifically for a small musical act. So acoustic duo, maybe single musician, has a few instruments with vocals. So let me talk first about the criteria I had for searching for a mixer. And I'm just going to create a video that is just like something that I wish was on YouTube when I was looking for a mixer for my acoustic duo. So first thing is I chose the Allen and Heath Zedi 10FX 10-channel mixer with USB audio interface and effect. That's what it's called. So on Sweetwater, it's $300. It just checked off a lot of boxes. So mainly the main criteria I had was I want to have at least 4 inputs for microphones or instruments. So I sing the background vocals. I have the lead singer singing leads. So you have 2 XLRs. Actually, all 4. I'm looking at it right here. All 4. You have XLR, and then you also have for a line. So that's keyboard. I guess drum machine or something, or instrument cable going in there. 1/4-inch instrument cable. Next thing that was really big was it can connect to a computer. And also that connection was at least 4 in and 4 out. What that means is if you actually look at the specs on like Sweetwater, you can see is computer connectivity. It says USB 4x4. That means 4 in when you're recording the 4 tracks going into the computer, and then also sending 4 tracks out. So for example, saying you're playing a track in Logic and you want to send that audio out. I haven't used it like this, but you could have like a backing track that you're playing to, sending out, something like that. So there's other applications for that. I think that the USB in is more practical for my scenario. The next thing is, of course, the price. I mean, $300 for this specific mixer is really good. Like compared to the other mixers that I considered, which I'll talk about, this one is just like packed in with features and things that I really just needed with what we wanted to do. I mean, we're just an acoustic duo. We play live music. We record our live performances, and to be able to do that and take the audio and then in Final Cut Pro maybe put it to your video, it just makes it really easy to. If you know how to work the 2 programs with Logic and Final Cut, to just put the audio to the video and make a nice professional, video for like social media or YouTube or something. So some other mixers I considered. I mean, Presonus, by the way, if you're gonna get a mixer for like a band, a live band, and you're okay with spending a little bit more money, like I think I want to say. I mean, no, this is not cheap. I think it was like $1,200 for this Presonus 16-channel mixer that I actually got from my uncle's band, and that was really like perfect because it has the USB that we want so that you can record. I mean, you can bring this thing into the studio, and it's great, right? Same with the Allen and Heath. You can bring that into the studio, but also, I mean, just the user interface is really clean. One important thing to note, by the way, as a side note, is when you get the your mixer, like, and you want to actually use it live and know what you're doing. Like, I read the manual for like all the musical equipment I buy. Obviously not for guitars, but other stuff I read the manual for it, so I actually know how to work it, and that it's really easy when I'm in a live scenario to not be intimidated by all the knobs and things, right? Because I'm a guitarist. I'm not like audio engineer. But I really just learned, and you'd be surprised what these manuals teach you about mixing a live sound, actually. So for the other mixers I considered, we got the Presonus Behringer Xenix, I think that's how you say it, X1204 USB. That was okay. It was cheaper, but as with other mixers I considered, it was only 2x2 USB connectivity. That's very common because what these companies are doing that create these mixers is like, it's not practical with how much money it costs with the components that are involved in a mixer to create something that only has like 4 inputs and records 4 separate channels and and goes out with 4 separate channels with USB. It just like costs too much money to do that. So that's why it's really tough to find one that like can do that with the USB recording, also has great quality components. And so I believe Allen and Heath like knocked it out of the park with this. Also consider Yamaha, again, let's see, MG10XU 10-channel mixer with USB and effects. Yeah, just, you know, and the last one was Zoom LiveTrak L8. This thing is more the Zoom, by the way. We actually got that, purchased it, used it for a little bit, realized that it didn't have the proper monitor outputs that we needed. The monitor outputs were actually just for headphones. It wasn't for the proper connection to like aux output for a live stage monitor, which is what we need as well. So when you're choosing a mixer, think about, really like look at each of the outputs and inputs on there. What are all those dials really for? And understanding, like thinking practically, okay, in a live situation, how many monitors do I need? Like, because if I need more than one, this Allen and Heath only has one monitor. It does have a headphone jack, but I haven't used that as a monitor. I don't think you could, but it just has one monitor. So out. Why don't we talk about how I use this mixer in a live scenario? So I'm starting with the vocals on channel 4, actually. I'll put the vocals in here, the lead, background vocals is in the second channel, guitar in the third, and then this is also another guitar here in case the singer wants to play guitar. Okay, you have the gain knobs. My singer has a wireless microphone, so this one is actually a little lower because if we put it higher, this gain just feeds back. And I find myself constantly like playing with the gain and also the aux master so that his monitor isn't too hot that the mic is picking that up. Next, we have the third channel where the guitar is going. I end up having to turn this gain up higher and of course flicking in the guitar for those. This one didn't have a guitar in at that time. I keep the I really am straight up with the EQ. I mean, I really don't do much, and if I do, try cutting first instead of boosting EQ. Just a good rule to have personally. Low cut for both mics, and in fact, I think it says it in the manual, which is really cool. Anyway, yeah, adding to the mix, I mean, I keep them all pretty about the same, and because I want to be able to back off my mic and have enough room where I could sing lead. And just kind of choose my own volume by how far I get off the mic. So here's the effects. You know, these are cool. You check those out. They have like a whole list of what the effects are. We have like a delay and reverb combination on this. And, you know, we kind of turn it kind of low. Let's see. One cool thing that I do here is if you want to play music in between your set, rather than turning all of these down so that your mics don't feed in, like, you don't have live mics on stage while you're playing music, I actually click this button where the XLRs, it says XLRs equals monitors. Basically, it changes the outputs to be what is sending to your phones, your headphone bus, I believe it's called. All that means is you connect using a cable like this, tip ring, okay, left, right. You put this in here, and you can connect the other side, which has a 3mm. You put it on for those lovely iPhone people, and I had to turn the gain all the way up for this. And you click this button, which is sending to the headphones, and now it turns this monitor. You turn this up, and anything with the headphones is now playing live music. So if that doesn't really make sense, you can also check out the manual. But just like a cool feature, because then you just like, okay, I'm gonna send one channel to the mains, and that's really useful. You know, other than that, I mean, this thing is great because you're recording each individual mic pre-fader into the computer. And, you know, here's your aux for your on-stage monitor. So, great. So, really hope this was useful. I think for an acoustic duo especially, even if you're maybe a three-piece or just a single musician, this is a great all-around mixer that will allow you to record live especially and just have good quality sound when you're playing, and even when you're in the studio. Just use this instead of, you know, you could use this maybe instead of like a Focusrite Scarlett 2-channel. interface, which I am recording with right now as well. So this met the criteria, having great price, lots of features that I wanted, the USB connectivity, and enough inputs. Hey, so hopefully that video was helpful. My name is Michael again, and just trying to create a video that I wish was out there. And if you like this, I'm gonna start creating more videos, how to teaching music or teaching guitar songs that I listen to and want to learn how to play. Just stuff I kind of discover with music. And subscribe, check it out, and leave a comment what you want to see next, what your thoughts are, and yeah.